Hey, honey hive. It is your girl, Goddess Dreams TK, and I am back. I am back with another video. I'm outside. I've been laying in bed all day, but I said, let me get up and make my peeps a video. Um, I want to talk to y'all about setting up a garden from scratch. From what your dirt, from good dirt to bad dirt, what your dirt gonna look like, finding your areas in the yard that works well with what you're planting. um what else? We're gonna talk about good soil versus bad soil, clearing weeds, turning your soil, and what you should be planting right now, the easiest things that you can plant, whether it's in a bucket or in ground. We're going to discuss that in this video. All right, so let's get into it. So I am going to walk my yard. I'm going to take the camera off of me for a minute, and we're going to walk the yard and show you the different areas in the yard, the sunny areas versus the shaded areas, and what grows well. So this is my yard. A lot of my stuff is in containers. Not really containers, but garden beds. I do have a few things in containers. So this area back here where I have the tomatoes, the peppers, the corn, the beans, this area in my yard, as you can see, it's a little late in the evening. I should have did this earlier so you guys could see. But when the sun is out, this area gets full sun. And then as the evening comes in, you see how the sun kind of dies off and it's just kind of shaded a little bit. So this is the area, perfect area for my tomatoes, peppers, the corn, and the beans, because it gets enough sun, but not too much sun. Now, as we turn and we go up this way, so this area here, it gets a good amount of sun, but it gets shade as well. It's not just full sun beaming all day on this area. So that's great for what I have planted here. The thornless blackberries, the fruit trees, that's perfect for this area. And I'm gonna show y'all. So pecan, this is a pecan tree. I don't know, I guess accidentally dropped the pecan in there, but a pecan tree is growing. This is the same thing. I have potatoes in the old bathtub, potatoes and garlic. So this area, it gets, for the most part, it doesn't get a lot of sun. It gets enough for what the potatoes need to grow. So it's perfect for my potatoes. Now, as we walk on up in the yard, this area where I have my carrots and kale and beets planted, this is sun all day. It's sunny here all day. So you have to walk your yard to figure out where you want to plant your stuff. And I know on a lot of stuff it says full sun, but like tomatoes, zone AB Texas, you don't want your tomatoes in full sun all day, because that heat and that sun will kill your tomato plants. So you need to find a balanced area in the yard that has shade and sun, and it's not just sunny all day. Look at this part of the yard. But like I say, you just want to balance it out. This right here, this little area here, it gets full sun all day. And see how it's just this small, this side gets full sun, I'm sorry. And this side, it gets shade and sun. So it's perfect. The chives, I have chives planted there, so that's perfect for that. And as you can see, the peppermint is taking over, which I don't mind that, because peppermint is good for keeping away certain pests and insects. So I like that. Let's move on. Move on. Let's talk about the soil. Good soil versus bad soil. So in my potato bed, I'm gonna go over here to my potato bed, and this is the compost. Now it looks dry, but it's not dry. It's a good compost, and as you can see, this is good soil. This is what you want. It should be loose. It should be dark. That's the perfect soil. Oh, yeah, these mosquitoes. Oh, Lord. I hope I can finish this. But anyway, this is good soil. This is what you want. Versus the soil here on the ground. This is kind of pale and gray looking. If your soil looks like that, that's not a good soil to plant in. You need to mix it with a good compost or um, a good another soil. You need to mix it with that. And then you also want just the reason why you want the soil to be kind of loose, so when you water it, the water is able to get down in the plants into the roots. Some some vegetables do grow good in like hard dirt, like turnips. Beets can grow. Turnips, what is rutabagas? Rutabagas can grow good like in clay dirt. Beets can grow good in clay dirt. Those are just some of the things that can grow. They can grow in anything. So that's an option for you guys to try if you don't have good soil and you just want to start off growing something. Try your turnips and your beets and rutabagas, which I love rutabagas and turnips. Which I'm gonna have to see what's the difference in rutabagas and turnips, because they seem like the same thing to me, but I don't know. I don't know. But this is just a quick lesson class to help y'all determine where to plant in the yard and what your dirt should look like. Good dirt, what good dirt looks like. And if I dig deeper in some of these, I'll run into some worms. See how good that dirt is? And this is my okra. It's doing real good. But see how good that is? But if I, like I said, if I dig deeper off in that, I'll run into some. Now, another thing, I don't have the problem in these beds up here, but in my beds back here, I have some weeds growing. That's another thing you want to do. You want to make sure that you pull your weeds. I'm not going to go in this part. I'm going to just show you from here. Pull your weeds out of your garden because you don't want the weeds to overtake the garden. And I'm going to do that tomorrow. I really had planned on doing it today, but I'm gonna wait till tomorrow because I just been kind of laying around today and oh, excuse me. Okay, I don't know what happened. But so I said I wasn't gonna pull these weeds up, but I'm gonna just pull some of them up just to show y'all. Like, you don't want these overtaking your garden. So just gently pull them up, because I have some other stuff growing off in here. My pepper plants are growing in here as well. So watch how you pull it up. But you want to make sure you keep weeds at a bay in the garden and just pull them up. As many as you can. Get them out your garden. Just pull the weeds out and toss them. And I did, y'all. I remember I told y'all this didn't look like no tomatoes. It's not. I remember I planted kale and tomatoes together. So that's kale, two different type of kales I planted with the tomato plants. And the reason I did for the tomatoes to be a covering for the kale once the tomatoes go to growing. But this bed is a prime example of, it's good soil in this bed, but enough soil in the bed. So I need to add more soil to this bed, and I'm going to do it as the plants get bigger. I'll add more soil. And so look at the beans. They are growing like crazy. They growing like crazy. So they're in some really good soil, but it looked like a zucchini got planted in here, and I think that's what this is. It is. And look at those little bulbs on there. I don't know if y'all can see them. There they go. So look like we're gonna have some, I think it's either zucchini or squash, one of them. So what you should be growing now is your tomatoes, your peppers, your cucumbers, okra. Those are the main things that you should be growing, and bell peppers. You can start off with that. Those are the easiest things to start off with to grow. So tomatoes, bell peppers, jalapenos, cucumbers, and okra. You can't go wrong. And you can plant those in a bucket as well. And like I told y'all, the cucumbers, I have a pickle bush cucumber, Those are good to grow in buckets because they'll grow like a bush. Now you can make them vine, but for the most part, they'll grow like a bush. So those are great to start off with as far as cucumbers if you're growing in a bucket. But if you can put them in the ground, that'll be even better because when you put stuff in the ground, it helps the roots to where they can dig deeper and you get more vegetables when your plants are in the ground. That's just like this pomegranate tree that I was telling y'all. I have had this pomegranate tree for, I know, over 3 years. It has never had this many buds on it. So I'm hoping this year that we get some pomegranates because I haven't gotten any pomegranate. It does this and it does do a whole lot, but it does this and they all fall off and we never get pomegranates. So hopefully we'll get some this year. Anyway, quick update, quick run through of what we talked about. Setting up a garden from scratch. Find a good area in your yard that balances shade and sun. If you're in zone 8B, do not plant your stuff in full sun, especially your tomatoes, cucumbers. Now the okra did good because I've been planting okra for the past 2 years. It has did good with the full sun, but tomatoes, cucumbers, they don't do too good in zone 8B in Texas. So don't even do it. So find you an area in the yard that has a mix of shade and sun. Now, if you don't have an area in your yard that has shade, you can buy shade covers. And all you have to do is like stick some spikes in the ground and then put you a shade cover over your tomatoes and stuff so that when it gets hot, they won't die. And another thing, watering is going to be real important as we step into the summer and it gets hotter. So make sure you're watering your stuff really good. Yes, your water bill going to go up, but it's a part of it. It's a part of growing your own food. What else? So part shade, part sun. Good soil health. You want to make sure your soil is good and healthy if you're going to grow tomatoes, bell peppers, and cucumbers. You want a healthy soil. If you don't have a healthy soil, like I said, you can do beets, you can do carrots, you can do rutabagas, you can do turnips. It's another one that grows well in like rough dirt, will grow anywhere. I can't remember what it is. I'm gonna have to think of what it is. So okay, they in there going crazy. All right, y'all calm down. So soil health, finding a good area in the yard, and pick you something to plant. So that's what we need to be doing right now before it gets too hot and too late. And some of this stuff you won't be able to even find to plant because the stores only carry this stuff for so long and they moving on to the next thing. What's the next holiday? Let's see. Child, what is it? This April, Memorial Day. So they in and out. They in and out. We have decided that we are gonna stop celebrating a lot of these holidays because it's money. It's too much money, and that money can be invested in something else. So every time you look around, you go in a store, it's something to spend money on for a holiday. No, I can buy me some food, some stuff to grow in my yard. So but anyway, just wanted to educate y'all on how to start your garden from scratch. Find you a good area, make sure your soil is good, and pick what you're gonna grow and go from there. But anyway, I am wishing each and every one of y'all peace, love, joy, blessings, and abundance. Bye.